three countries are brought together for this project: Lesotho, Botswana, and South Africa. This is a project that involves the delivery of water to all the three countries, the generation of power, the growth of the economies of each of these countries, because they will be able to generate the much needed energy. They will also be able to establish other industries. They will establish agricultural projects and nodes along the pipeline.
Fellow Africans, the day will come when our dream of a united Africa will come into reality. You will wake up in the morning and you will find 4 countries in the southern part of the continent. I mean Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Namibia collapse colonial borders and unite and form a single country. From there, that will be the beginning of a journey toward a united Africa. My dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans, today I have another good news from southern part of our mother continent Africa, where the new president of Botswana, President Gideon Duma Boko, has championed the movement of people between Zimbabwe, Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana, itself resulting in the signing of a free border agreement without visa requirements among the 4 countries. Right now, if you are in Botswana, you are free to move to Zambia, to Zimbabwe, to Namibia without being asked for visas. So the day will come when leaders in these countries will say, there's no need for us to have these borders. Let us come together and unite. That's what we are waiting for. My dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans, the new generation of leadership have seen there's no need to restrict people from moving from one place to another, because those who restricted us, it's not Africans, it's the colonial masters. At that time, the aim was to control us, and the population of Africa were few. So this time, the new leadership in different parts of our mother continent Africa has seen that these colonial borders are useless. To continue with these colonial borders, it means we are legitimating the colonial concept. So I think this is a good move to the people of Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Namibia. And also have seen Kenya has allowed Africans to visit Kenya, to come to Kenya without asking for visas, except I think 2 countries, maybe because of political issues, the country of Somalia and Libya. But if you are from different countries in the continent of Africa, except those 2 countries, I mean Somalia and Libya, you are free to enter into Kenya. My dear lovely family, apart from that, the president of Botswana has inaugurated the Lesotho-Botswana water transfer project that aim to facilitate industrialization, water security, and agriculture. Just imagine if water can move from Lesotho to Botswana, why not the people to move from Lesotho to Botswana? If we are using water from Lesotho, if these people of Lesotho are bad people, they can put poison in that water, and all of us who consume that water, we can die. So if we trust water from Lesotho, why don't we trust the people of Lesotho? I think that's why President Duma Boko has came with the idea of free movement of people in these countries. We are talking about continental free trade area. How can we implement Africa continental free trade area if we are not allowing free movement of people and goods? So let us listen a little bit from the president of Botswana, President Duma Gideon Boko, when he spoken about the issue of Lesotho, Botswana in South Africa, water transfer project. The water from Lesotho is supplied to South Africa and Botswana. Listen what President Doma Gideon Boko said in that project. Listen a little bit.
And ensure not just water safety for all the 3 countries involved, but also energy and food security.
Yes, that is President Doma Gideon Boko. That is not just about a project of water transfer. This is just a regional unit. So this is an important step taken by leaders to work together in the sector of water security. We want to go beyond that. If we have a common water supply, what's wrong for us to have a common military or army? What's wrong for us to have a common currency? What's wrong for us to have a common leadership? I think the time is now. If we can consume water from a single source, why don't we having a single army, single leadership, single currency? What's wrong for us? The time is now. My dear lovely family, as I said at the beginning, that the president of Botswana, President Doma Boko, has championed the movement, the free movement of people between 4 countries. I mean Zimbabwe, Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana. And I hope even South Africa will be included. Despite South Africans, they seem themselves so special. If you compare with as Africans, that's why sometimes they are not happy to see Nigerians coming to South Africa or Congolese coming to South Africa. They think that South Africa is not an African country. It's because of white people. But all in all, if they can move out of South Africa, they will understand that there's a new life and more life and good life outside of South Africa. South Africans themselves, they don't have the land. They're still struggling to acquire the land. So I hope as time goes, they will see the importance of coming together. Because you remember the issue of Julius Malema. Malema was failed in election because of his idea of borderless continent. When South Africans, some of them said, you want to allow people to come and take our jobs. But all in all, my dear lovely family, no one is in this continent to take the job of South Africans. But when we talk about borderless continent, we are saying that let us allow people to move from one place to another. South Africans must be allowed to move from South Africa to seek opportunities in Democratic Republic of Congo. We know that South Africa has a company that are operating in DRC, but those companies are not owned by black people. If there are few, many companies are owned by white South Africans. So we want black South Africans to go and invest in Burkina Faso. We want to see black South Africans to go and invest in Nigeria. The way we are seeing Aliko Dangote investing in Namibia, investing in East Africa. So we want the same thing to happen to black South Africans. But I know black South Africans, they still have the mind that they are so special compared to other Africans. But those are just mentalities. I think as time goes, we will change. I see that when Trump shaken them, they have understood that they are not special. But all in all of us, we are Africans. That's why we are congratulating the steps taken by these 4 countries, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Zambia, to allow free movement of people in these countries. You know, one thing that we must understand, these borders that we have in the continent, these borders are not drawn by Africans. These borders are drawn by colonizers for the aim of controlling Africa and for the aim of reducing interference and conflict among European nations, so that Germany cannot interfere with France, France cannot interfere with United Kingdom, so that when they exploit, they have a portion. So they divided Africa as a cake for them to exploit, not for the benefit of Africans. That's why I think even leaders such as Doma Boko has seen that there's a need for African people to move free without being asked for visas in these 4 countries. So, if you go deep historical, you find that we are related. You find people of Botswana found in South Africa, the same, some tribes from Botswana are in Lesotho, the same in Zimbabwe. So you find that we Bantu people, we are interacting, we are related. We have Ngoni in South Africa, Zambia, Ngoni in Tanzania, Ngoni in Zimbabwe. You can see. So Bantu people have relationship. So these borders should not keep us aside. And at this time we are in the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. If we want to achieve the Continental Free Trade Area, we have to allow free movement of people and goods. Otherwise, we are going to see the Chinese, Europeans who are going to benefit from this Africa Continental Free Trade Area. So, family, friends, fellow Africans, this is a good move for these countries. Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Namibia, to allow free movement of people in those areas or in those countries. Of course, as I said, Kenya has allowed Africans to move to Kenya without being asked for visas. So this is what we want. It's one by one. At the end of the day, maybe it will not happen in your lifetime, but I hope the time will come when the generation of leadership, they will ask a simple question. If Chinese are moving free in Africa from Cape to Cairo, what's wrong for Africans to move from Dakar to Djibouti? What's wrong for Africans to move from Dar es Salaam to Niamey in Niger? So the time is now. Family, friends, fellow Africans, have no more to add. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for being part of this movement. We are here to find solutions for our challenges, and we're here to make Africa great. Africa must be great, and the day is coming. Not so long ago, Africa will unite. We hope, despite we still have leaders who are becoming an obstacle of our united Africa, but the time will come when majority of us will demand a united Africa, because a united Africa will make us strong and thrive where we want to go. After that, let me say one thing: stay in power. See you next time. If you're new to this platform, make sure that you subscribe, and if you've already subscribed, please like the video and share this video to other Africans who are here in the continent and to those who are in the diaspora to get this good message from our motherland, Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa.